One receiver left, two to the right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Goff on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Their dangerous wide receiver. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Play clock winding down. Run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
This one down near the 45-yard line. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product on the field. And they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ready. Blue 80s.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down and 4.
Ready. Blue 80.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. The defense here for the Rams.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
Ready. Wide 25.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. outside. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
Fresh set of downs here.
Ready, blue 80. Wide, 25, sit on!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Ready, blue 80.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Ready, black 25. Let's go!
Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll need to get the play off quickly.
They're
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
I see you. I see you. Boom!
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination of whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right.
No,
and when it comes
no,
back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here we go now.
Second down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1.
4 down.
They come out here. Push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
All right, here we go.
Off the ground, this time with Gurley.
Run.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Watch it now,
9
Barney,
yards is the
Barney.
pickup there, and they'll
There we
have
go,
a second and 1.
That's the way to hit.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Tight left. 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
First down is good. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Ready.
46 is right there. Check him.
Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And Allen to run. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is that they can run. In this case, the offense will run successfully.
They run. Devontae Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Starting to into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Hey, 4 down.
On second down, here's Ryan. Puts it to Julio Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Bingo.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
All day.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Two tides. Out. 3 down.
On first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Don't be mad.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
4 down.
Ready.
Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the ball. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, this will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
4 down, check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is caught for a touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, momentum, and they take the downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
No, check, Patriots,
You better be, because otherwise,
No, check,
Patriots.
here we go.
That's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Holding to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
87's me.
But here we go now.
Here on 1st down, and his throw's going to be incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch right.
Oh, yeah,
2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Goff.
Look up.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think they're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hey, we got tight right. Alert. 3
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Tight on this side, boys.
What
Tight
do
on the
they
left.
have
Tight on
dialed
the
up
left.
that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed
Hey,
up.
check, check.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Second down following the incompletion.
Tight left. 3 down, 3 down. Ready, Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
3 down, 3 down.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking.
I see
For the guy
47,
carrying the ball, he
47.
was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check, bunch set.
Here we go now.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. Even. 4 down, even.
Turns again to Gurley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not a run that you got to home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So the offense has it 1st
Watch
and
left,
10.
watch left. He's tied right there, 4 down, 4 down.
Set. Blue line.
For their wideout. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Second down, 8.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat
Everyone's
package.
got
Wildcat look. Gurley.
Crash.
Run.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A
Let's
solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't
Tight
it?
end left.
Hasn't
Tight
had
end
the
left.
game he expected, but that run there, that
got
may
three,
get him
we got
going.
I was
three.
just going to
We got
say,
three.
maybe that gives
Let's
him a little
go.
juice. Right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Go. Run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready, sit on that. Black 25.
53 is the mark.
With a carry by Devontae Freeman. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And a cutback right sideline. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 48 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. And they were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today.
Hey.
First down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Double tight.
Hey, 4 down.
Ready, Mike 25.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down now after the
Double tight,
incompletion.
guys, double tight.
4 down. Check.
Freeman the leader in the backfield. Here's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Double tight.
Hey. 4 down.
Ready, sit on. Ready. Sit on.
Third and goal, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Four down. Check. Four down.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run, and vice versa. How do you continue that? And when you finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Tight end left.
Watch him now, Barney.
Jim.
Here we go now.
Early again here on first down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
4 down, let's go.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a ball.
On the direct snap, this is Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A bit beat, and the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
That's what I'm talking about. All day, every day.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Tight end right. 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Here we go, lucky 56. 19. 56. Over.
Second down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to yards.
Going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go with the attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to come out there, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
You need PAT and you need to stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the posts, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways.
Hey,
now it's time for the
now.
offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Watch him now, Barney.
He'll come out here. Back to throw. And the catch made by Kenny Brent. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. He had time, was able to survey the field, and find a soft spot in that zone.
And that's where it gets difficult for the defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Right. 4 down. Check.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
You don't want that? You don't want that?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight end's left. Hey. 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green,
Not
39.
enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
So now 1st and 15.
Hey, we got tight right.
4 down. Check.
Let's go.
The penalty, it's Gurley. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they
Hurry up,
just
here we
got?
go.
Goff looking to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
Ready,
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Good job.
Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Ready. 94,
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because We were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Los Angeles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.